Alrighty, Patriots. In this video, we are going to address parts of a circle that are called arcs and central angles and inscribed angles and the formulas that we can use associated with those parts. So what is an arc? An arc is a piece of a circle circumference. Alrighty, so if we take a highlighter and we just trace just a portion of a circle, that's an arc. And if we take all the arcs on a circle and add them together, we get 360 degrees, because a circle, if you travel all the way around a circle, as we already know, that equals 360 degrees. So if we take all the arcs on a circle and we add them together, that will be 360. In this picture, I am showing you 3 arcs, but a lot of times we'll just talk about 1 arc or 2 arcs. It doesn't have to be 3. It can be any number. A circle is made up of an infinite number of arcs, and we'll just talk about a couple of those pieces. Now, there are 3 types of arcs. The first one is called a minor arc. A minor arc is an arc that measures between 0 and 180 degrees. It is less than half of a circle. So this guy would be a minor arc. And when we name it, we usually name an arc with 2 letters. So if we call this point C and point D, this would be called arc. Notice I didn't draw a straight line. I drew a curve. That would be called arc CD. We could also call it arc DC because order doesn't matter. We just say where it starts and where it ends. That's a minor arc because it's less than 180 degrees. It's less than half the circle. We have major arcs. Major arc is an arc that measures more than half a circle. For instance, like this guy. Now, if we label these endpoints, I'm going to give them names. Let's just for fun. Let's call them M and G. Now, if you say arc, don't write this down, but if you say arc MG, that's wrong, because arc MG is this minor arc, 2 letters. So when we name major arcs, we need to give it a 3rd point, because what we're going to say is start at one of my endpoints, M, go to J, end at G. So this would be called arc M, J, G. Start at M, go through J, continue to G. You could also say G, J, M. Start at G, go through J, end at M. So we can say it either way, but J has to be in the middle. Because if you use 2 letters, usually that is a minor arc. You can name minor arcs with 3 letters, but normally it means a major arc. Lastly, we have a semicircle. A semicircle is my last type of arc. It measures exactly 180 degrees. So if we were to trace that circle, this arc would be exactly 180 degrees. And what's cool is if you connect A and B with a segment, you know that segment is a diameter. So if we have our arc, this is arc AB, and it equals exactly 180 degrees. We know segment AB is a diameter. Diameter. Gosh, I wish I could write a little faster on this thing. So if arc AB is a semicircle, segment AB is a diameter, because segments cut circles exactly in half. Other terms we want to talk about, we're going to name 2 types of angles. One is called a central angle. This is an angle that is formed by 2 radii. So if, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted my drawing tool, please and thank you. So if I give you 2 radii, that is a central angle. And this angle is equal to the measure of its intercepted minor arc. So if I know this angle is X, this arc is X. And since that's the minor angle, what I know, oh gosh dang it, come on, let's get this going. There it is. So if I give you this minor arc again, and I tell you this angle is X, the major arc, the one that's more than 180, that's going to be 360 minus x. because if, remember, but all arcs in a circle must add up to 360. So the minor arc and the central angle are always the same, but the angle, the major arc is 360 minus the angle. Major arcs being more than 180. And then lastly, we have what's called an inscribed angle. This is going to be an angle formed by two chords where the angle itself is on the circle. And the measure of this angle is half, the measure of the angle is half the measure of the arc. What I'm trying to tell you is this: if I give you this arc, the arc it opens on, what we call an inscribed arc, and I tell you this arc is x, this angle is half x. Another way of looking at it is if I give you an inscribed angle, an angle made by two chords whose vertex is on the center, and we see the inscribed arc. Here is our inscribed arc right there, and I tell you this angle is x. We know the arc is 2x. Both of those formulas work, and we're going to see that in class tomorrow. All right, so if you have any questions, make sure that you jot them down and you get those ready for your teacher so they can answer them tomorrow. And Patriots, we will see you when we see you.